Since ChatGPT, I've poured my spare hours into learning AI. I'm a software guy. I was always chasing the next tool or gadget, but this feels different. This feels like the most transformative shift I've seen. It took time, then it hit me. Model after model kept leaping ahead, and I started believing this could actually reshape society. Online, the forecasts swing wildly, from human batteries and mass unemployment to some utopian world of abundance. But what are we missing? Layer on everything else that's got us spooked: climate change, demographic decline, rampant racism, messy immigration debates, misogyny and the patriarchy, deepening inequality as the super rich and baby boomers vote themselves more, far-right fascism, far-left woke socialism. It's easy to think we're properly stuffed. So I'm doing the only thing that makes sense. I'm upskilling. But am I right to bet on this? Is it actually different this time? Take 1979. My dad was 38, about the same age I was when the iPhone launched. While he was settling into his unremarkable admin job in the legal department at Melbourne Water, the world was absolutely certain everything was falling apart. The oil crisis had everyone queuing for petrol, convinced we'd run dry within a decade. Inflation hit 14-15%. The Cold War had school kids practicing nuclear drills, hiding under desks that wouldn't stop a cricket ball, let alone a warhead. Meanwhile, this new thing called a microcomputer was terrifying the workforce. The typing pool at Dad's office, dozens of women who had been there since the 60s were told that they'd be redundant within 5 years. Experts predicted 50% unemployment by 1990 as machines replaced humans. Sound familiar? The Sunday papers ran these breathless features about Japan buying up the world, how our kids all need to learn Japanese just to get jobs. Environmental scientists gave us 20 years before acid rain destroyed agriculture, and my gosh, we're going to run out of oil in 1990. The feminists said the patriarchy was collapsing. The conservatives said society was collapsing because of the feminists. Here's the kicker though. On his boring administrative salary, Dad bought a 3-bedroom weatherboard house in Mulgrave in a suburb of Melbourne for about $14,000. About 2 years' wages. He supported Mum and 4 kids, one income. Sure, we didn't have smartphones or Netflix, and dinner was often meat and 3 veg, and heating meant putting a jumper on. But he owned a house, raised a family, wrote memos by hand, read newspapers for news, watched one of 3 TV channels, and he didn't have anywhere near as much stuff as most so-called poor people in Australia have now. Today, most of us earn way more than he did in real terms. I can access the entirety of the human knowledge from my toilet. I can order Ethiopian food at my door. My house stays exactly 22 degrees if I want to all year round, yet I can't afford the house I grew up in. So when I spend my spare time learning about transformer architectures and prompt engineering, I genuinely can't tell. Am I preparing for the future or just performing the same anxiety dance humans have always done, just dressed in different clothes? The threat feels more real this time, but then again, they always do. The data backs this up. In 1968, the book The Population Bomb predicted hundreds of millions would starve to death in the 1970s. It sold 2 million copies, sparked a movement. Didn't happen. Instead, there was a green revolution that increased crop yields by more than 300%. By 1975, Newsweek ran a cover story about the coming ice age. The 1990 bestseller, The Great Depression of 1990, predicted economic collapse. Instead, we got the longest peacetime expansion in history. Even the successful predictions were wrong about what mattered. Y2K? We spent $500 billion globally preparing for collapse. January 1, 2000, A few parking meters failed in New Zealand. The 2008 financial crisis was supposed to end capitalism. Economists said recovery wouldn't appear until 2018 at the earliest. The economy was adding jobs again by 2010. COVID was meant to permanently end office work, cities and globalization. And the CBD is full again, and most companies are doing these hybrid work arrangements, so we're going back to the office. Here's the uncomfortable bit though. Occasionally the doomers are right, just never in the way they expect. Nobody predicted World War I would start with one angry teenager with a pistol in Sarajevo. The 1918 flu killed more people than the war itself. 50 million dead. But no one saw it coming because they were focused on the war to end all wars. The fall of the Soviet Union. CIA analysts missed it completely. They were too busy counting missiles to notice the whole system was rotting from within. September 11. The intelligence community was worried about Y2K cyber attacks, not box cutters. The pattern isn't that bad things don't happen. It's that we're remarkably shit at predicting which bad things will happen. We prepare for the dramatic apocalypse while the real danger creeps in through the side door, wearing a visitor's badge and looking perfectly normal. So maybe the question isn't whether AI will destroy us or save us. Maybe it's what are we not seeing while we're obsessing over ChatGPT. See you in the next one.